Rest in peace, Leo Stratton. Rest in peace. Police investigate Antifa involvement in death as they celebrate it and gloat about it. People, a couple of days ago, I was informed by some mutual friends with a Leo Stratton that Leo Stratton is dead. It does seem like he's another truck driver who drove off the road and crashed. Maybe he fell asleep, who knows? Now, some people are wondering if Antifa had anything to do with the death. We'll go through this article. I don't think there's much to it at all, but what is important, at least to me, is the fact that Antifa is celebrating this. They're laughing about it. They're gloating over the death of a human being. The source here is Victoria Taft. I don't know the source at all. Painting the targets of the culture war, and the headline is Police Investigate Antifa Involvement in Death of Portland's Leo Stratton, who reported on Terror Group. In other words, he's one of the people who covers Antifa. Portland conservatives were stunned to hear the news 1 week ago that videographer Leo Stratton had died in a fiery late-night crash. Now there's a concern that his death wasn't an accident, and Oregon State Police are investigating. According to the Oregonian, the professional truck driver died Wednesday night, September 12, 2018, when his big rig, quote, drifted off the highway, unquote. Quote, the Oregon State Police said an earlier investigation shows the semi-driver, Leo Stratton, was going east on Interstate 84, drifted off the highway and hit a rock embankment. The semi caught fire and Stratton died, unquote. The situation has now taken a more twisted turn. You can see a tweet from Fox 12 Oregon KPTV. At Oregon State Police, semi-truck driver killed in a fiery crash on I-84 near Dallas, KPTV, blah, 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 you know. Citizen journalist. Stratton was a videographer with his own YouTube channel which boasted 11,000 subscribers. His work often lampooned the violent and destructive antics of the Portland professional protester left, with special emphasis on the group that calls itself quote-unquote anti-fascists or Antifa. Stratton's quote-unquote screamer video was among his most widely viewed. More than 450,000 have watched his video of a disturbed, rainbow-haired person who showed up to ruin a pro-Trump rally. Well, she didn't have rainbow hair, but she is wearing yellow eyeshadow. What a crime. Anyway, you may have seen this video, you may have seen it in some of my videos. Importance. Stratton's work became more important after a Portland judge and prosecutors banned the area's premier chronicler of the left, quote, laughing at liberals, unquote, Mike Strickland, from reporting on politics. Now, I'm not sure what they mean there. I didn't have time to look into that. I think what they mean is that they rule that Mike Strickland can't open carry anymore, okay? Because if you don't know, Mike Strickland is this guy. You may have seen this video here.
Hey, put the gun down! Back up!
Strickland's First and Second Amendment rights were stripped from him after a mob of Antifa attacked him at an protest, and Strickland pulled his legally concealed handgun to protect himself. No shots were fired. See my exhaustive list of stories about Strickland here, here, and here for starters. By the way, folks, there will be a link to this article, so then if you want, you can click on these. There's a lot of information in this article, so I can't go through everything. Let's continue. Members of Antifa gloried in attacking and sidelining Strickland, and, disgustingly, now the same is happening with the death of Stratton. While members of the GOP, Trump-supporting folks on the right, and citizen journalists mourn, within hours of his death, Antifa-affiliated leftists began glorying in it. This self-described bike courier's Twitter profile included a feature photo of Stratton and the fiery crash, which ended the 50-year-old videographer's life. The Twitter user Give No Fox was positively giddy that Stratton was dead. You can see the tweet here. Let's see if this is... Let's just check this out. And, yep, it does go to a real tweet on Twitter. Jake Lasky in jail. Leo Stratton is dead. What a great day. God loves leftists. Hashtag happy. It's disgusting. And you can see here, look, they're making fun of, watch out for truck driving Leos. Truck on fire photo. Here we have this person, same person posted a picture of, that's Louis Marquez. Now, hold on a second here. Seems like, hey, Tabby.
Yeah?
It seems like this Give No Fucks Twitter account, it seems like it is Louis Marquez. Not that just it's not just that they're using his picture in their banner. It seems to be him. Okay? If I go over to photos, he's got a picture of, or this person has a picture of Keith Ellison, you know, the Antifa-loving Democrat representative.
Yeah.
And it says Keith Ellison and I. Something like that. Here. Okay, so it's a picture of Louis Marquez and Keith Ellison together. You probably have seen this photo before. It says, with Keith Ellison talking about the need for Antifa. Okay? This is a well-known Antifa terrorist speaking, according to him, speaking with the, we know this for a fact, Antifa-loving fucking Democrat, what, a sexual assaulter? Alleged? Here is a prominent Democrat politician, at least accused of sexual assault, who I have proven in previous videos, well, it's common knowledge, is pro-Antifa. I mean, the guy tweeted out a picture of him holding the Antifa handbook, celebrating Antifa, and here he is standing with alleged pedophile Louis Marquez. Okay? Or, I don't know exactly what you call it when you are sleeping with someone who's just under 18. I don't know if that's...
You're a pedophile.
Is it pedophilia, or is there a slightly different name for that? Either way, it's illegal.
Well, it's statutory rape, which is you get tried as a pedophile.
Right. Anyway, I could see at the top of his page 17 hours ago, whoever this is, whether it's Louis Marquez or not, tweeted out a photo of piling or burning ashes, and it says Leo Stratton's last selfie. And he writes, "That's funny." Okay? Then, you know, a dancing person, I guess, apparently celebrating. Another dancing person apparently celebrating. Then this bullshit right here. Here's Leo Stratton organizing with a known Klansman. Fuck his ghost. This man is dead, and let's be honest, the world is much better. Hashtag fuck white pride. And then, you know, you folks can read this. I'll give you the link for all this. You can decide yourself by looking into whoever this is, Stephen Howard. And you can decide for yourself by looking into that whether or not this is one of the rare times that an Antifa's accusations are actually true, or if it's just your typical false accusation. Anyway, another one. Seems like Louis Marquez or Give No Fucks, whoever this person is, they seem really obsessed with this death. Okay? Another post. Good night, alt-right. Picture of the burning truck. Another picture of the burning truck. That meme right there. Then a picture of Leo. Jesus took the wheel. Literally. Leo's last picture. Ha ha ha. Again, that meme that we saw earlier. Again. Picture of Leo. It says, I am the opposite of alive. Apparently that's witty. Then this picture here of Leo. I believe that's Leo. I could be wrong about that. Next to some stuff. I don't know who this is. That's a picture. This is a meme that's making the rounds of Louis Marquez as a rat. Then some band. I don't know. Creed or whatever. I don't know. Apparently this is supposed to make sense. Here's a meme wishing Joey Gibson death. Here's a retweet of Joey Gibson where he tweeted out, or actually I think this is a Facebook post. I'm going down to the ICE building in Portland tomorrow at 6 p.m. to talk with protesters, and that's why they have this meme here about him drowning in the river. Then okay, this is funny. It's a retweet of a wanted poster of Louis Marquez's face. Okay, this has been making the rounds amongst us people who, well, who fight against these fucking fascists who call themselves anti-fascists, and he's retweeting it and he says, fuck you, Patriot Prayer and Proud Boys, still not scared here. That's because you're too fucking stupid.
Yep.
Thing is, if you're not scared, you fucking should be. Sooner or later, justice will be served to you, Louis. If this is indeed you. You get the idea, folks. This is maybe Louis Marquez, an Antifa person, whoever it is, they do seem to be pro-Antifa, that's for sure, and they sure are gloating about the death of a human being. Okay? These are not good people. They're disgusting, vile, putrid, inferior people. Yep. Anyway, let's get back to the article. Back to the main article. It's always good to check these things. When you see tweets and screenshots and stuff like that, try to fact check them because it's so easy to fake that shit. You can see here it says LMAO, Leo Stratton is dead. Apparently that's a quote from a tweet from K@KI September 13, 2018. But unfortunately, when you go to click that, we see this. Sorry, you are not authorized to see this status. This account's tweets are protected. Only confirmed followers have access to this person's tweets and complete profile. Click the follow button to send a follow request. So, can't tell you if that tweet was really put out there or not. Sorry. Let's go back to the article. You can see a screenshot. It doesn't go anywhere. I can't click on it and confirm, but a screenshot from the S young person that we saw a few minutes ago. Leo Stratton is dead. Then beneath the same person, a burning fiery crash did it. I figured only fire would cleanse the world of that filth. St. Barbara is celebrating and flooding the streets. So there you go, you know, celebrating death, okay? Claiming credit for Stratton's death. VictoriaTaft.com, that's the source we're reading right now, received an email from a phony email address claiming credit for killing Stratton. So this is another one of those anonymous tippers, I don't know. Quote, we finally got Leo Stratton, he is down, unquote. And you can see right here, this is a screenshot. It doesn't actually go anywhere, but apparently it's from the email. Well, you can read that yourself. Antifa network goes into action. Within hours of his death, the leftist website called IDA Vox ran an obituary enthusing, quote, Leo Stratton, rot in hell, unquote. The post labeled the watcher of the left the, quote, Lenai Riefenstahl of the Proud Boys and Patriot Prayer, unquote, groups. And you can see a screenshot, and there it is. Leo Stratton, rot in hell. They really did put that out there. The Lenai Riefenstahl of the Proud Boys and Patriot Prayer of the Northwest got a taste of his future this evening by burning up in his truck on the highway. Beneath that, it says the post was endorsed by Blue Check Twitter. In other words, a person who's verified or blue checked by Twitter. Daryl Lamont Jenkins. Let's open that up. Leo Stratton, rot in hell. Okay? So remember, I believe it was, well, by now it may be the third or fourth or fifth last video that I made, but a recent video that I made talking about how Jack, the CEO of Twitter, not only hires knowingly, but also follows knowingly Antifa accounts. Antifa terrorists. Anyway, and you can see that it is true. Indeed, Daryl Lamont Jenkins, whoever the fuck that is, on September 12th did in fact tweet out Leo Stratton rot in hell with a link. And you can see a picture of Leo and the fiery truck. Okay? So these are high profile people. So this guy has 7,000 followers, okay? That's a lot. That's not an insignificant number, and he's gloating about the death of somebody, and he's a blue check, okay? Yeah, Jack likes these fucking people. These disgusting fucking people. Fuck you, Jack, you disgusting piece of shit. The story was quickly disseminated. New York's Antifa ballyhooed Stratton's death. You can see a tweet here from New York Antifa. TFW, the far right gets lit. Occupy enthused over his death. Occupy World. Leo Stratton, rot in hell. Jason Wilson, whoever that is, a blue check. Gateway Pundit has published an obituary for Portland-based Patriot Prayer regular and Red Elephants contributor Leo Stratton, who died in a truck crash on I-84. They call him, quote, a proud Trump supporter in the middle of a communist stronghold. No unquote for some reason. And you can see a little bit of an obituary there. This person, JJ McNabb, another blue check. Semi-driver killed in a fiery crash near the Dalles. If you followed the Bundy hashtag Oregon standoff and or the Portland Antifa versus Patriot rallies, you'll probably recognize the driver Leo Stratton as a writer for the Red Elephants. The scam. Though the left and Antifa labeled both Stratton and Strickland as quote-unquote fascists, racists, and homophobes, the labels were transparently contrived to give the rebels without a cause, Antifa, a reason to engage in antisocial and violent behavior in general, and specifically work against the men whose work made the leftists look bad. Labeling them quote-unquote fascists made it easier to gather a mob to oust them from their protests and rallies. The irony of the group's own fascist moves was apparently lost on them. Well, yeah, they're that fucking clueless. Well, here's the thing. Some of them are that fucking stupid, and some of them are a little smarter, and they fucking know what they're doing. And they just know that the rest of the people out there are too fucking stupid. Stratton on Antifa hit list. Stratton had been an object of interest for the left. Rose said Antifa listed Stratton on its Southern Poverty Law Center like hit list. See this here. Unfortunately, when we click on this, it's so... it's hard to read. But let's try. Portland, Oregon resident Leo George Stratton is an employee of CSC Media Group US, who has also long been filming and denigrating political opponents. Stratton is also... he denigrates them by showing them. Stratton has also taken part in attempts to dox and harass local left-wing activists, sometimes also writing for the California Nazi-sympathizing outlet, the Red Elephants. No, they're not exactly Nazi sympathizers. Here's what's wrong with the Red Elephants. Red Elephants is run by Vince, okay? Vince is a collectivist, just like fucking Antifa. So fuck Vince, he's a fucking idiot. And yes, I've tried to talk with him about this extensively. I can tell he's actually a cripplingly low intelligence. I mean, he does a good job of whatever it is that he does, but he's really fucking stupid. He just does not get that collectivism is fucking stupid. He's like, well, they do it, so why can't we do it? Okay, the reason why you... Yeah, it's because two wrongs don't make a right. Thank you, Tabitha. Because it's fucking stupid. If it's stupid for one fucking side to do it, it's stupid for the other fucking side to do it. Anyway, he's not exactly a Nazi sympathizer as far as I know, or if he is, he hides it. And believe me, I've waded through hours of stuff, and, you know, the most you'll ever get is him saying something like, well, you know, I don't know about the Heil Hitler part, that's pretty bad, but the 14 words is okay. In other words, the 14 words means preserving the white race and blah, blah, blah. He's very concerned with preserving the white race, and his belief is that if you are white, you would vote right-wing, and there's only a few exceptions to that rule, and if you're not white, then you're definitely going to vote Democrat, and there's only a few exceptions to that rule. And the thing is, you try to tell him, look, after a generation or two, brown people tend to start voting more right-wing than when, you know, the first or second generation of immigrants. No, that's not true. Brown people only vote Democrat. There's no way they'll ever change that. The only way to stop them from voting Democrat is to stop them from, you know, breeding. It's like, Vince, that's not how that works, you fucking idiot. How many people have you stood shoulder to shoulder with who are brown with Trump hats on? Well, that doesn't count because of reasons. So yeah, Vince of Red Elephants, he's into identity politics. It just, you call it identitarianism when it's right-wing identity politics, but he's one of these fucking idiots who, just like the people, if you're white, you're evil. You know, he thinks if you have a certain skin color, then that's it. You're gonna vote a certain way, which, you know, reality proves this to be wrong. You know? Anyway, here's the thing. Vince, he doesn't come right out and say all these things. You know, he's not an open racist, or if he's racist at all, I don't know. Well, actually, I do think it's racist, even if you're not negative towards other people. If you think that, oh, if you have a certain skin color, you're gonna vote a certain way, that's fucking racist. Even if you think that it's a good thing, it's still fucking racist. It's racial stereotyping. Anyway, my point is that Vince is not an open racist, if he's racist at all. It's not like he advertises it. It's not like the Red Elephants is like, hey, we're Nazis, and anyone who supports them are Nazis. There's a lot of people who don't really know what Vince of the Red Elephants believes. They just watch some videos, and a lot of the videos of the Red Elephants just shows what Antifa does, and that's it. So it's, you know, just if you share a Red Elephants video, it doesn't mean that you agree with Vince, because you probably don't have any clue what Vince believes in. Anyway, moving on. Stratton's output often incites threats of violence against anti-fascist activists from among his commentators and blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. Stupid stuff, okay? We get the idea. Yada, 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 yada. Propaganda, bullshit, 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 bullshit. Back to the main article. The supposed anti-fascists monitored or spied on, if you will, the individual goings-on of people on the right. You see here Brian Lang at Live Truth Radio. Evidence that Antifa was identifying and targeting Leo Stratton, Joey Gibson, and the Patriot Prayer Group. Germany and the far-right YouTuber Leo Stratton, Rose City, and blah, blah, blah. I don't know what he meant to say there. It's not a complete sentence, and the punctuation's kind of fucked up. But anyway, let's see here. Well, he says there's evidence, and then let's click on it. Rose City Antifa. If you don't know, that's Portland Antifa. Oh. Okay, now here's the thing, folks. If you click on that link, it'll go here. If your internet's a little bit slow, you might see that it will almost go to this right here, and then it'll quickly go back to that right there. Now, it took me a while, but I managed to find it, and it's also mirrored on It's Going Down. You can see here it says, online fascists attempt action on Portland streets. This is from June 26, 2016. Florida fascist Atlee Yarrow is trying to organize an open carry protest to shut down a movie screening at a Portland synagogue.
Doing this from afar using Facebook organizing.
The attempted protest is the latest in a series of internet-instigated campaigns to bolster the white supremacist movement in our region.
Blah, blah, blah. I don't see how this has anything to do with anything. Okay, well, anyway, the point here is that they're following the doings of people they consider to be fascist, okay? And you can see down here it mentions Strickland. Strickland is this guy right here. You get the idea. The point here is that they do follow the doings of these people They tried to track them and get them hurt. Back to the main article. Stratton doxxed by the left. Just 1 month before his death, Stratton was doxxed by the leftist dime store Guevara, who refers to himself as anti-fascist, anti-capitalist, anti-Christ. Dime store Guevara. Leo Stratton is a committee person for the Multnomah GOP. He also happens to be one arm of the Joey Gibson / Patriot Prayer propaganda machine. Now again, this article is kind of long, I can't read everything. Share your concerns. An Oregon State Police lieutenant, nameless for his own protection, has received this information and much more. VictoriaTaft.com received this response from the lieutenant. Quote, I have become aware of Mr. Stratton's involvement at certain protests and share the same concerns you do, unquote. The Oregon State Police has told VictoriaTaft.com that there's no sign of foul play at this point, but Stratton's body has been sent to medical investigators at OSB for more investigation. Quote, the Wasco County Medical Examiners sent Mr. Stratton's body to the OSB Crime Laboratory where an autopsy was to be conducted, unquote. OSB says it will be a while before we get back the autopsy results. Twitter user Andrew Sorg thinks it's, quote, some silly shit, unquote, if anyone speculates Stratton died by anything other than an accident. See that there? And it's true. No one expects this. While it seems far-fetched that in, quote, Little Beirut, unquote, Portland, Oregon, we could have just witnessed a political hit. The continuing violent criminal enterprise that is Antifa gaining such a stronghold over the city was something that we never expected either. Is this group, known for its violence, firebombings, fascist tactics, and attacks capable of murder? Well, as we've seen in some of my videos, they have in fact called for murder. They have said things like kill them all. Let's see a little bit of that.
My community has not unfortunately killed them with these fascists. We need each other. Many of them can't. Kill your parents. Stamp it out. No more.
Kids, this is why you need to stay in school and don't do drugs.
Alright, and for the rest of that video, you can scroll down and see the link. That person calling for murder claims to be an Antifa leader, but I think he's full of shit. But he is certainly with Antifa. Anyway, the article concludes, when the loons have convinced themselves that Leo Stratton is just like Hitler's propagandist, it's not hard to imagine that these self-styled saviors may have graduated to more than, quote-unquote, some silly shit. There you go, folks. You can see there's comments and etc. And there's also a lot of things to click on and read in this article. And a lot of other articles stemming from this to read. I can't do it all. Just got a lot of work to do. So that's all. I'm going to have to leave it there. So basically what I'm saying is this. It's good that the police are investigating it. It's good, and I have an open mind about it, so I don't really know, but I don't think there's really much of a reason to blame Antifa for this. I think he just died, and Antifa are like, yay, he died because he exposes us, and now he can't do it anymore. That's what I think is going on here. It's really rather disgusting. Well, what do you folks think? Leave us a comment below. Till next time, love, life, light, liberty, and leaping laughter. Thanks for watching.
Hey, listen, before it's too late, subscribe to us on BitChute. It's like YouTube, but they don't censor. In fact, you can see some of our best videos on BitChute only because YouTube removes them. Also, YouTube gives us strikes on content they deem to be not okay, even though they're really vague about what's okay and what's not okay. Right now, we have 2 strikes on our channel. It takes 60 days for a strike to go away. A 3rd strike means our channel is deleted, so we're just 1 strike away from our channel being deleted, so subscribe to us on BitChute. See that link below. Also, see the link below to my mines and my Gab. If you friend or follow me, I'll do the same to you. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Rest in peace, Leo Stratton.